going for your safety and the safety of the people that are riding this train. Now we are devising the procedure will be allowed to.
hear it. I hear it.
Thank you for spending September 1st with us. It's already September already. Now, before we leave, for the safety of our younger riders, would you ask the adults to place themselves on the outside of the road? If this is not practical, please make sure that they're held or easy to reach. For everyone else, please remain in your seat, arms, legs, head inside the railroad car. Please do not eat, drink, or smoke on board unless you have a covered cup or bottled water. We're ready to go behind the Edison. Let's go for a ride. Now, if you're joining us for the first time, on your map on the bottom left-hand side is the letter A. This is this station here called Firestone Station. We're heading to the right by the covered bridge, the letter A. Then to the top of the page, letter A, and then returning. It takes a half an hour to go through the system there for one ride around. We're going to look over the door and we're going to give away what we call this Thermal Friday. Give them a formal wave, if you will. Today's one of those formal days. And we do ask whenever you see our signals going at the crossing, please do not cross the tracks when those signals are going. They're there for your safety and the safety of the people here on our trains. Thank you, Jordan. Our formal Friday. I think they're doing very well with their formal waves today. And it is a beautiful day to be out here waving. Not so much fun on a rainy day. Now we are divided into districts on your map. The first district will be Model 2. The little white farmhouse coming up on your left is where Henry Ford was born on July 30th, 1863 in the upstairs bedroom. This home was originally located 2.5 miles from here. Across the street from there, you'll see the Bagley Avenue shop, a remake of the motorcycle from 1896. The original is in the museum. Stop in at Ford Motor Company, then take a Model 2 ride, another great way to see the inner circle of the village. Miller School is coming up. That's one of the schools Henry attended when he was younger. He liked his teacher so well, he moved to the Scotch Settlement School, which is up by the chapel. Down Main Street, Orville Wilbur Wright Cycle Shop in your home from Dayton, Ohio. Think of all of the airplanes today. They started in this simple cycle shop in Dayton, Ohio. Across the street, H.J. Hines House from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, known for 57 varieties. The first thing you ever named was Sports Fetish in the basement. And right on the Herschel film in 1913 carousel. And then maybe you might want to see the center of our universe right to the left. And that is behind Town Hall, frozen the custard. Flavor of the day that they got one today. Edison at work for a second. All in his laboratory, Mr. Thomas Edison. Here you'll see his Menlo Park, New Jersey lab, workshop, and office. He patented 1,093 patents in his lifetime. Millions has been close to now. Favorite invention? Phonograph. I don't know anybody who doesn't like some type of music. And I'm speaking on one of them, the microphone. Many others to follow. Sam George Boarding House, one of the very first homes that ever had the lighting of the incandescent light bulb. One of three. This is the only one that's still standing. The young men that worked for him at the lab that were married would stay there at the boarding house. On the corner of the original Fort Myers, Florida laboratory. If you've ever been to Florida, you will see the laboratory. But we have the original right here. Mrs. Edison insisted that it be built on Florida ground. That's what it is, on Florida ground. We are now coming into Fortress and Commerce. After covered bridge, this is 32 on the Union Creek in southwestern Pennsylvania. Behind it, Edison's grandparents' home, Ontario, Canada. To the right, you see the big blue logo of the Ford Motor Company over Village Road. That is the test track for the Ford cars. This was also an airport. Here comes one of the cars right now against the brick fence line. You can see it coming by. Here it comes on the right, F-150, there it goes. This was also an airport featuring Henry Ford's tri-motors in the 1920s. Top of the hill, Coxwell Cottage made out of limestone. Oldest building in the village, 1600. Henry Ford brought this here for his wife, Clara. Say hi to Jeff, everybody. Behind him is the Susquehanna Plantation. This was a 700-acre tobacco farm in the Tidewaters of Maryland. They grew tobacco, corn, and wheat. St. Mary's County, Maryland. Stay seated until we come to a full stop. Once we fully stop, the engineer will give a whistle. If you And for those of you just joining us, thank you so much for joining us. For the safety of our younger riders, we do ask the adults to place themselves on the outside of the road. If this is not practical, please make sure that they're held or easily within your reach. Everyone else, please remain in your seat. Arms length 10 and 5 of the red card. Please do not eat, drink, or smoke alcohol unless it's a covered cup or bottle of water. Thank you. We'll say goodbye to Jeff. If you look over at the test track right now, you're going to see a car going by and it looks a little funky. Well, what happens is they sometimes will put our call contact paper on them so they don't even look like any other cars because they don't want the other, GM and so on to know what kind of makes they have there and what they're doing with their cars. So quite unique. And there's a tower over there. Nobody moves unless that tower tells them they can. the oldest American building, dating back to the 1600s. Mom and Dad Plimpton and 7 children lived in this one-room home. Shared that while for sleeping at the top. 1600s. Harrisburg, known as the oldest existing windmill in the United States, dates back to the 1600s, was in Cape Cod, Massachusetts, and they used it to grind corn. And our Daggett farm is pre-revolutionary farm, 1754, Andover, Connecticut. Mrs. Daggett is they're probably finishing up their noon meal, which is the main meal of the day, cooked over an open hearth because stoves were not invented yet. Let's give our little team Ryan driver a wave. Like Ryan here today. Thank you, Ryan. Now, these are Bergeron and Morgan horses on their resting area, but look closely. If you spot any turkeys down there, look closely. They hang out down here. Now look closer to us. Look closer to us against the fence line. Look down there. Right here against the fence. They're everywhere. We're behind the Edison locomotive, originally in 1870 Manchester. It was originally rebuilt in 1932 at the Ford Motor Company Bruce plant, and Reform named it after his best friend, Thomas Alva Edison. We are using coal for our fuel, which will heat the water. The water now becomes steam that pushes through the steam tubes under pressure. Throughout the day, we do blowdowns, which is a burst of steam off the bottom up, getting rid of impurities caused by the minerals in our water. So if you choose to do this with those impurities, we're going to push them right out. Every 30 days, we do a complete boiler wash on our locomotives. Yeah, sit back and enjoy listening to the sights, the sounds, and the smells of the steam locomotive. Look around, you never know what kind of wildlife you might see. Remember, keep your eyes and legs down on the inside. Thank you. About 19 years ago. This area is strictly used by our educational department. We're coming up to the back side of Fortune's retirement. It's called Walnut Grove, the activity field out here. Our activities for the summer have been our historic baseball team, the Latidas. They played it out here in the 1867 rules of baseball. This is their last weekend to play with us all summer long. The practice of that is at 1:30. Usually it's Saturday and Sunday, but I have just been told they're going to play on Labor Day. How about that? That'll be quite fun for everybody. Bring a chair, bring a blanket, come on back. It's a gentleman's game, no spitting. No swearing, no And guess what? No baseball mitts because they weren't invented yet. You had to catch with the bare hand. Ouch. Down at the top of the hill there, that's all Maple Lane, Cotswold Cottage. The Giddings house, he was a merchant marine in New Hampshire, bringing wonderful things on his ships, such as cacao beans, which is chocolate, sugar, rum, and spices. The White House with the brickbat, Bill Webster's home. On Maple Lane, you'll see the Hermitage Slave Quarters from Savannah, Georgia. Stop in and see the Maddox Farm, one of the first free African-American homes in Bryant, Georgia, outside of Savannah. And this is our Henry Ford Academy, Charting Public High School, 9th through 12th grade. 9th grade is held in the museum, 10th and 11th to your left in these buildings. And in a moment, you'll see the Pullman cars. Those Pullman cars are the senior classrooms. Quite unique for this school. This school is 27 years old. As of next week, the kids will start the day after Labor Day. Henry Ford opened up Greenfield Village October 21st, 1929. We will be 94 years old. It is the only place in the United States you can see 300 years of American history in one location. We opened it up in 29 as a school, did not open it to the public until 1932. Now in a moment you'll see railroad tracks up on the right. That is the Norfolk Southern Railway. Freight trains go by as well as Amtrak. Keep your arms in, please. Amtrak will run from Pontiac north of Detroit all the way to Chicago, Illinois. We will probably have an Amtrak about here about 1:15. So let's listen to the North American sing this one. Here comes the non-denominational. This lovely chapel was named after Henry Ford's mother and mother-in-law, and parts of our homes were actually incorporated into the building of this chapel. Hey, home weddings there. Now, if you want something to eat or drink today, stop into the green building here on your left. They're serving hot food till about 3 o'clock, and from 3 to 5, snacks and drinks. Eagle Tavern was a stagecoach stop back in the early 1830s in Clinton, Michigan. They'll be open till 3 o'clock this afternoon. This was on your stagecoach line on your way to Chicago, Illinois. Now we're moving up to our Quick Station, 2 blocks over Model T, 2 blocks over Main Street area. We'll take a ride on the Herschel Spillman Carousel. Visit the Logan Courthouse. Abraham Lincoln Men's Practice Ground. Please keep those arms and legs in. We are approaching the station. 2 blocks over is also, as I mentioned, Model Ts, and 2 blocks down. Sit down, please. Sit down, please. Sit down. Thank you. We are approaching the fence line. And straight down the street there, you'll stop into the Liberty Craft Works area. You'll see our master crest is at work. Say hi to Amy, everybody. She'll have the gate open for you. Please remain in your seat until we come to a full stop. Once we fully stop, the engineer will give us a whistle. When the whistle blows, you pass the floor.
Okay, thank you. You can hold on to it. That's good. The rest of the
And good afternoon. Thank you for joining us today on September 1st. And for the safety of our younger riders, we do ask the adults to place themselves on the outside of the road. If this is not practical, please make sure that they're held or easily within your reach. Everyone else, please remain in your seat, arms, legs, head inside the railway car. And please do not eat, drink, or smoke on board unless you have a covered cup or bottled water. Our little birds come in and leave us packages, so please no eating. Thank you. We're going to say goodbye to Amy. Good job back here. I'll tell you, we got pretty junior conductors. Amy, thank you so much. And we are by our Strip Creek Station now. This was originally built outside of Fort Care, Michigan. Dates back to 1858. And I call this the home business of yesteryear because the family lived here and the station master conducted his business here also. Come on back and find out what happened to a young man here in Rome. Who was that young man? Now across the street here, you're going to see our Central Vegetable Market, which originally came from Eastern Market. This was built here last year. It was built in 1861. We're going to have lots of activities coming up. We have our Old Park Festival next weekend, the weekend after Labor Day. And then we're going to have another farmers market on Saturday and Sunday, the 23rd, 24th of September. So come out and join us. Again, please keep your arms and legs ahead on the insides of the car, please. We're passing our railroad roundhouse dating back to 1884 in Marshall, Michigan on the Detroit, Toledo, and Milwaukee line. Servicing, maintaining steam locomotives, giving coal, water, and any repairs that are necessary. And our Liberty Craft Works area, stopping to see our master craftsmen, our glass blowers, our potters, weaving, carding, gristmill. We have a wonderful store over there too, which is a lot of the items that we make here too. Putting a new ramp in for our sawmill. We all set for next year for sure. And we're going through the working farm district, the Harvey Firestone Farm, from Columbiana County, Ohio. Harvey Firestone was the founder of the Firestone Lumber Tire Company of Akron, Ohio. Born and raised here. This home was built in 1828. Now we see our little lambs that were born this year. And the signals when you go through the farm area. Got a great crop of corn here this year for sure. Now can you see our little lambs that were born? This will always take you back to the museum, to the parking lot. You're near to the village. We're open till 5 o'clock. Your shop will be open till 5:30. Whenever you see the train coming in the station, please do not walk across the tracks. People are getting in front of us now. When that signal is going, that means for your body to stop. When it stops, that means you can go. We appreciate that. And we'll say hi to Gordon as we come in. It's Formal Friday, so we've got plenty of waves over here today. Please remain in your seat until we come to a full stop. Wait for the engineer's whistle. Good morning, and welcome to Greenfield Village, and welcome to September. There we go. I don't know if the weather's telling us it's September, but today's good. Well, for the safety of our younger riders, we do ask the adults to place themselves on the outside of the road. If this is not practical, please make sure that they're held or easily within your reach. Everyone else, please remain in your seat, arms, legs, head inside the railroad car. And we do ask that you do not eat, drink, or smoke on board unless you have a covered cup or bottle of water. We're behind the Edison, and let's go for a ride. Open this village up. As we leave, we're going to say goodbye to Anna, Sue, and Gordon. Thank you so much. Well, we're embarking on 300 years of American history. If it's your first visit, we have 3 stops altogether. Letter A on the bottom left, to the bottom right, to the bottom, or excuse me, the top of your page, 2.5 miles of track. Every half hour we leave a station. We've got 2.5 miles worth of track, lots of things to see and do. Let's see what activities going on already. We do ask whenever you see our signals going at any of our crossings, especially this one, please do not cross the track. Oh yes, it is Formal Friday today. The Formal Friday wave. When you see the signals going here, please do not cross the tracks when the signals are going. Wait for them to stop and then safely cross over for your safety and the safety of the people here on our train. We thank you. Now we're passing by our soybean lamp and the liquor carriage shop. And we are divided into districts, and the first district will be Model T.
Haley, districts. What? Districts. Good for you. Very front thing. I thought it was very sturdy. Oh, okay, yeah, they were.
Well, we are divided into districts, and the first district will be Model T. Henry Ford was born here on July 30th, 1863, in the upstairs bedroom. This was originally 2.5 miles east of here on Ford Road in Greenfield. Now, if you have a membership, just show your membership card if you have the right pass for the omnibuses. Now, across the street from his home is the Bagley Avenue shop. Has the quadricycle in there from 1896. The original, though, is inside the museum. Stop into Ford Motor Company and then catch yourself a Model T ride. Great way to see the inner circle of the village. Miller School, one of the schools Henry attended when he was a child. Head on down Main Street. Now take a ride on the Herschel Stillman 1913 carousel for ages 0 to 200. All apply. Or the Little Right Cycle Shop in their home from Dayton, Ohio. Of course, you want to stop there. H.J. Hines House, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, known for the 57 variety. Is right here on the left, but you're going to have to wait till 11. It's our frozen custard. 11 o'clock is when they open up. Edison at Work District, the world famous laboratory of Mr. Thomas Alva Edison. Mr. Edison patented 1,093 patents in his lifetime. His favorite invention was the phonograph. One of the other ones is the microphone, which I'm speaking of now. You'll see his office, his workshop. And the Gold House is Sarah George Boarding House, one of the very first homes out of 3 that were lit with the incandescent light bulb for the very first time. It is the only one that has survived time. Next door to it is the original Fort Myers, Florida Laboratory. Fortune Harbor, George Washington Carver's cabin, no Webster's home. Our Ackley Cover Bridge built back in 1832 on the Wheeling Creek, southwestern Pennsylvania. Top of the hill, you'll see the White House. That is Bill Webster's home. He wrote the first American dictionary, along with the Cotswold Cottage, Gloucester, England, 1600s. Oldest building in the village. We'll say good morning to Jeff. Behind him is the Susquehanna Plantation, 700-acre tobacco farm in the tidewaters of Maryland during the 1860s in St. Mary's County. Now we're going to ask that you please remain in your seat until we come to a full stop. Once we fully stop, if you choose, you do not have to, but if you choose, you may leave on your left-hand side after the whistle has blown. All right, it is now safe to exit. Thank you so much. Cover cup bottled water throughout the day is just fine. Say goodbye to Jeff, everybody, our keeper of our Susquehanna plantation today over here.
I think so.
Whenever they show up. They're all up at Firestone today, I think. If you look over to the right, you might have just seen an F-150 go by on the track over there. So keep your eye out. You never know what you might see as we head on through here.
It's 9:54 right now, Sean. Right on that.
So when we get to Smith's Creek, I want to check on my.
And this small red building is the Plimpton House, the oldest American building, dating back to the 1600s. Mom and Dad and 7 children lived in this one-room home, shared the loft for sleeping at the top. Our Ferris windmill just happens to be the oldest existing windmill in the United States. Dates back to 1600s, was located in Cape Cod, Massachusetts for grinding corn. And the Daggett Farm, 1754, Andover, Connecticut, is pre-revolutionary. Say good morning to Mr. Daggett. Now, Mrs. Daggett will be cooking over an open hearth fire because stoves were not invented yet. Their main meal is a 12-meal. Good morning, Mrs. Daggett. not working, they come out here and graze.
Yeah.
We get fed and have a little rest and relaxation after clearing up on the buses. Look out for during the day for wild turkeys because they do show up out here. We're behind the Edison locomotive. Now this was originally in Manchester, built in 1870 and rebuilt in 1932 at the Ford Motor Company Bruce plant. Named after Henry Ford's best friend Thomas Alva Edison.
We've been moving for
We're using coal for fuel, which will heat the water, and the water now becomes steam. If you look out in the distance, way out there, you'll see that puff of cloud over there. Look to the left of it. You'll see some smaller towers. That is the new Gordon Howe Bridge. That's how tall it is. It is as tall as a red sun. It will be open by the end of 24. On a clear day, it's nice to be able to see it. Sit back and enjoy the wildlife out this way. See if you see anything as we head this
Oh, it
direction.
does?
Yeah. I know. I never have. They probably would if they do.
So they
How
always
would you blow down throughout the day?
so the people know that.
This is the first steam coming out the bottom left. Here I go. We have minerals in our water, which unfortunately cause corruption on the inside of the building. Causes scaling, and that means that we don't run efficiently. Well, throughout the day, at least 6 runs throughout the day, we'll do that exact thing, a blowdown. And then every 30 days, it's taken out of commission and a complete boiler wash is done. We're coming up to Walnut Grove, which is home to our historic baseball team, the La-Di-Das. This is the last weekend.
Momo, down there, that's where we were.
Our La-Di-Das will be playing this weekend, weather permitting, the crack of the bat, 1:30.
Hold on tight to your phone. If this weekend,
Come on back and watch it play in the
So we're just
1867
down
rules.
there.
hold tight to your phone.
No spitting, no swearing, and no baseball mitts
Yeah.
because they weren't even invented yet. Top of the hill, this is all Maple Lane up there, porches and parlors, the White House of the Brickbat, Bell Webster's home. Rich's Sled Quarters from Savannah, Georgia. The Maddox Farm, which was one of the first great African American homes in Bryan, Georgia. Right outside Savannah. Scott Settlement School, McGuffey School, McGuffey's birthplace. And this is our Henry Ford Academy, our chartered high school, 9th through 12th grade. 9th grade is held in the
Looking like
museum.
those people
10th
right
and
over
11th to the
there.
building here on your left.
That were the people
And the
right
Pullman
over
cars
there,
we're about to
like,
pass
they
out
don't
parts of
even
the
notice
senior
that the
classrooms.
trains-
A quite unique campus.
This is the top of
This is 27 years old, the kids will be starting school right after Labor Day. October 21st, 1929, Henry Ford opened up Green
And this
Village as a
deck
school.
right here,
It
I
did
come
not
up here
open to
a
the
lot.
public until
I come on here,
1932. This is the only place in the United States that you
Yeah, I
can see
stand right here.
300 years of American history in one location.
Right here. Right at this
Now, up on your right
fence.
is returning corner, you'll see the Norfolk and Southern
I
Railway.
keep it right
Freight
there.
trains go by as well as our Amtrak running from Pontiac, north of Detroit, all the way to Chicago, Illinois. Now, let's listen to the North American signal for Here Comes the Train.
Here comes the train.
built up in the woods is the Martha Mary Chapel, named after Henry Ford's mother and mother-in-law. It is non-denominational, and parts of their original homes were actually incorporated into the building of this beautiful chapel. We hold weddings here, beautiful weddings. Now today, if you're wanting something to eat or drink today, if you'd like to stop into the Taste of History, which is the green building on your left. This is a cafeteria. It is already open, but they start serving hot foods at 11 to 3 o'clock and then 3 to 5 snacks and drinks. If you'd like to sit down at the past, as it was in the 1830s, we'd like you to step into the Eagle Taverns. The small white building over here opens up at 11 to 3 o'clock today. It was a stagecoach stop back in the 1830s in Clinton, Michigan. Maybe to ask how your trip was on the stagecoach on your way to Chicago. And you can always reach that from Smith Creek here, and you can cross the parking lot if you'd like to go over that way. Now, we are coming into Smith Creek, the letter A at the very top of your map. 2 blocks over the Gold Dome building, the Herschel Spillman Carousel. Lincoln Courthouse, where Abraham Lincoln once practiced law. J.R. Jones General Store. 2 blocks over Model T's and Ford Motor Company. Main Street area, or the Wilbur Wright Cycle Shop in their home. And then directly right down Junction Street, we'll take you right by the Roundhouse, as well as going right into Liberty Craft Works, where you can see our master craftsmen at work. And we'll say good morning to Amy. Amy will have the gate open for you. And again, we'll ask that you please remain in your seat until we come to a full stop. Once the train has fully stopped, we will be exiting on your left-hand side, left side only. If you are planning on leaving here, please look back for your personal belongings. Don't forget anything. Give us a moment. All right, it is now.
Okay, that's a good, yeah, that's, yeah.
What else are you leaving?
They had a schedule today.
Thank you, Amy. I will be back. And we're passing by our Smith Creek station over here from 1858 on the Grand Trunk Railroad. And Jerry's over here will tell you all about the family life here. I call this the home business of yesteryear. They didn't know back then, but they lived in one section and conducted their business on the other end. Come on back and find out what happened to a young man here. Well, who was that young man? Across the street, the Edison Illuminating Building, the very first power station in Detroit. Also, our wonderful Central Market over here. This was originally built in 1861 at the Eastern Market, downtown Detroit. We rebuilt it right here in the village last year. We have lots of things going on there, like farmers market. But it's a great time, and we've got our Old Car Festival coming up the weekend after Labor Day, and that is the oldest old car festival in the United States, and I'm sure there's going to be lots of activity in there because the whole village becomes a complete parking lot of cars from the 1932 back into the late 1800s when they started making vehicles. As I said, this is the largest one in the United States. We are stopping for water, by the way, if you haven't figured that out by now. You're more than welcome to look outside. Please don't stand up and lean out. But look directly down the middle, and you'll see our fireman's already on the back side of the tender. He's going to put a compound into the water area there, and what we're having, there will help to get the minerals out of our water. Our tender will have that, and then we're going to put about 1,500 gallons of water in, and you're going to bring that down, the grafting hook, pull the chute down, and put that 1,500 gallons of water in. And we do this at least once a day here. The rest of the time we get our water up at the main station, up at Firestone Station.
It's vibrating a lot. They said we're putting 5 on each camera. Water. Yup, water.
Well, it's not really black. That's the thing.
Our railroad roundhouse dates back to 1884 in Marshall, Michigan, on the Detroit, Toledo, and Milwaukee line. Used to service and maintain steam locomotives, such as the Edison that's pulling us right now. And you might see that they're taking our Bergeron horses back into the field where they've already been working, and they're going to bring another set of horses back forward. But that's the easiest way to get them back there. They'll follow you anywhere as long as you've got the food in front of them, for sure. Now we're going to go forward here. Now this particular roundhouse was in Marshall, Michigan, about an hour and a half west of here. This building was built here in 2000. Our turntable out front weighs 40 tons. This is pushed by hand. There's no electricity done whatsoever with this turntable. It's a way of getting the engines inside the roundhouse or outside to do any repairs that they are not under their own power.
Amazing. Just amazing.
Stop into the Liberty Craft Works area. Stop and see our master craftsmen, such as our glass blowers, potters, decorators, tin weaving.
First ride.
And we have a beautiful display of glass over there, so we hope you stop into the Davison Gallery over there. Putting new ramps in at our sawmills. We have our pottery department over there. They do a great job with the working and decorating everything. Then we're going to go right through the middle of the working farm district, the Harvey Firestone Farm in Columbia County, Ohio. He was the founder of the Firestone Rubber and Tire Company from Akron, Ohio. Stop and see our little lambs that have been born here. Our chickens, our turkeys, our pigs, and of course our beef and cattle right here. And a great deal of corn absolutely, it's almost the cornucopia. They do the chores in the house as well as out in the field as they would in the 1800s. You'll see a little row sheep on the other side of the house. Inundating us this year. And we have made a complete circle around the village. Remember, you can always get to the parking lot, to the museum from the Firestone station. You may get on and off the train all day long if you have the wristband. And of course, if you have a ticket, please hold on to it. You may upgrade that at any time to the all-day wristband if you decide to do the Model Ts or the Carousel. Please remain in your seat until we come to a full stop. Once we fully stop, you'll be exiting on your right side only. I want you to look back to your personal belongings, check your seat, check your floor, make sure that you don't put anything behind. Anna will have the gate open for you. Wait for the whistle, please. All right, it is now.
You don't see that every day.
Oh, it is.
For your safety and the safety of the people that are riding this train. Now, we are divided into this district will be a Model T.
to go right in.